Definitely, this TX500H is one of the larger vehicles, so you have to check the size if you want to park in your garage before you purchase. But it's a nice size vehicle. Today's video, we're going to talk about my 2026 Lexus TX500H. Any regret purchasing this vehicle, and I'll share some of the problems as well. Before you get started, please remember to hit the subscribe button, the bell icon can be notified new videos. And if you like my video to the end, please help me out with a thumbs up. So today, we're going to look over the Lexus TX500H. That's what I have. It's a premium trim. And I have a Windchill Pearl. All right. They also come in Celestial Silver Metallic, Cloudburst Gray, Incarnito, Kevlar, and Nightfall Mica. Own this vehicle since November 2025. Have driven it around 2,000 some odd thousand miles. I could show you the speedometer. And I'm going to show you what I encounter, some likes, dislikes, nags, etc. Right? And at the end, I will show you if I any regrets purchasing this vehicle. Definitely a very large SUV, right? And definitely that's something that you want to measure the size. If you're purchasing, it may not fit in most garages if you have a small home. So that's something to note. Overall, the vehicle drives great 99% of the time. I'll tell you 1% of the time it doesn't drive so great. So I'm going to tell you that near the end. So this is a TX500H. You can see the badging. Yes, H stands for hybrid. Yes, it's also all-wheel drive. So, you know, it's kind of one of those vehicles that's a weird oddity. But if you go for the TX500H, you also get the performance. Performance like helping you turn, four-wheel steering type of feel. And visibility out of the windshield is awesome. There's a lot of space inside, way bigger than my RX that I used to have. And the seats are very beautiful as well too, especially if you get the contrasting colors on this one in particular, the S Sport. And the seats actually are, you know, different. The bolsters are not really aggressive on the F Sport, and that's interesting. If you want more comfort, there's actually the luxury trim, which is quite hard to find. There, I have the Mark Levinson sound system. Why not just get the best if you can? And you know, if you love music, if you don't care about music, you don't need to opt for the Mark Levinson sound system. And these seats may get dirty. If you worry about that, get the black seats. Get that option with the black seats. Don't get the lighter seats. You know, so that's something to note. So I'm going to show you the first problem I encountered and the resolution. The first thing I noticed, and it's intermittent, the front driver's seat would definitely, you know, when you turn off the vehicle, it goes back, then instantly goes forward. The dealer fixed it already, so they did a software change to fix it, and they said they did some kind of reset. They didn't go in detail, but that's one of those issues I encountered with this vehicle. A little minor stuff, I guess. It didn't bother me that much, but you know, it cost a trip to the dealer to do that. I just had my first oil change because I like to do the oil change every 5,000 miles or 6 months. And it's about 22,276 miles on it. Yes, there's some panel block. This is the only, you see the wood around on the sides, the cup holders, and it actually loops around, right? Those are the only modern wood you're gonna get. So, and this is the shifter. Yes, it's one of those Prius-like shifters. Kind of get used to it. It's very easy to use. I have an NX. I'm very easy to use. When park, you make sure you have to press the P button, just like that. No problem at all for that part in particular. The other issue I got on this vehicle was the alignment. Alignment was off, and dealer fixed it under warranty. Never had the issue again. There's somebody that asked me, is it this issue related because it has a four-wheel steering? No, it's not. I'm not having the issue anymore. I've been driving it for a while now. I got 235/45 R22. Yes, the R22 wheels, 22-inch rims. And yes, the Continental tires are pretty good. Not sure I would buy them, when they wear out. And people are saying they last about 25 to 31,000 miles or so, right? I assume you could get probably 30,000 miles if you rotate them. And these tires are quite expensive. Just want to mention that if you're getting tires for this vehicle one day. And no matter if you get the sister one, the Grand Highlander, those tires are expensive. This is the F Sport, by the way. I didn't have the luxury trim. I don't have a sunroof or panel roof, what we're gonna call that. And it performs great. You have the PPF in the front over here because I'm gonna get those rock chips, and theirs could be nasty, right? Definitely want to keep the paint nice in the front. Most of the rock chips are usually in the front and a little bit on the side, and you get the side with PPF. And you can see the wheels here, they're all really nice. I actually have another touch-up paint for the wheel because I already scratched it in the first week I had it. If you're interested in hearing about that, I'll post it in the comments if you're interested, and I'll pick up which paint I got. Yes, it's a Toyota color paint. Body color matches really. Fit and finish is not bad. There is some big lines, but there are some panel gaps. So I want to mention there's an issue we also encountered when we got this vehicle new, is the shifter makes this clicking noise. Very happy the dealer worked it out, and they changed it for me. It was getting really annoying. I expected Lexus to be more perfect, which sometimes things doesn't work out that way, right? So they did an excellent job on that. We got that shifter issue resolved. Now I want to mention number 4, 6-speed transmission. I encountered this a few times, shifting around 30 to 45 or so abrupt shifts when upshift. So that's something I wanted to mention. Number 3, the seats make a popping noise when it's going down. Okay, so I don't know if you captured that or heard that. Each side had a popping noise when it's going down. Is it a major issue? No, the dealer said it's not an issue, and they compare it against other vehicles in their lineup. So that noise is normal, they said. So you're gonna hear this noise, and you're wondering what is it? Well, hopefully I answered that question. It doesn't really bother me that much, but it's good to know because I could lift the headrest, but usually I leave it down. The main reason is basically when you're backing up, you want to look behind it, because I don't have the digital mirror. If you want a digital mirror, you're gonna pay extra. You're gonna get the luxury trim, or maybe you could get it as a feature. I don't know. And that's something that I like to leave it down unless you're really using the third row seats. But I don't need all that space, so you should put the seats up, but not the headrest. And also on the third row, there's no vinyl backing from Lexus. I wish there were. So I had to buy an aftermarket part from Amazon, and that's what I have here in the back. It's not a Lexus part, but it works and fits great. So no nags there. Just like a little inch lower than one I got in particular. And I added these lights you can see on the left and right here. These are Lexus OEM lamps. That's what they call it. And make sure you get the Lexus one. Don't get the Toyota one because it won't fit if you get the Toyota one. That's what somebody tried and mentioned in one of the forums. So that's pretty much the walkthrough of the interior and the issues in particular. How does this drive? Well, let's show you right here. If you go under 35 miles, it's going to be using the hybrid battery. And it's silky smooth. Very quiet. The TX is going to be more refined than the Grand Highlander. More insulation as well too. Even when the engine kicks on, it's not that noisy at all. If you wanted a 3-row SUV, I would definitely check it out. I don't get anything by saying that, but that's the truth. And it has enough power to accelerate too. Okay, so I'm going to mention one thing. You got to check out the paint quality on the vehicle, also on this one. The Lexus TX, the paint seems to have more flakes, and it could be on a lot of different colors as well, even though the same name, Windchill Pearl. All right, final thoughts. My opinion only, yours may differ, and no vehicle is going to be perfect. This is the first generation of the Lexus TX. So it's a big size vehicle. You can seat up to 6 people, right? You can fit 7 that because there's no seat belt for 7 in the middle seat in the back, right? So that's something to note. And the price is around, you could say about 80K. If you go for the luxury trim, it's going to be a little bit more than 80K, of course, right? Overall, I do not have regrets purchasing this vehicle. I understand when I purchased that there are going to be little things here and there. It's not going to be perfect. And I already mentioned the first thing I noticed is the transmission shifts are not smooth from 30 to 40 when you upshift. When you downshift, I guess sometimes it feels a little bit that way too. So you have to accept the fact. If you want perfect, maybe wait till the 4th year to purchase the vehicle. So that you have less issues. Most of the bugs will be worked out by then. Very similar to the Grand Highlander on this one in particular. It's very, very boxy. The front fascia, some people love it and some people don't. I think it looks really nice. So, the lines make it more modern. And it's a nice size vehicle. So if you're purchasing one of these, make sure if you want to park in a garage, it fits. And also you don't, scrape it or anything like that in particular. Hopefully you liked the video. I really appreciate a thumbs up. Comment to share, please leave it below. Please subscribe. See you next time. Have a good one. Bye.